overrated sort of would-be's if they could-be's coming out on the track as drivers. I don't really mean that, but lots of people from the radio and television are coming out onto the track to drive some of the mini trotters. And there's going to be 2 heats of this race, the Celebrity Media Mini Trot, 2 heats and then a final later on. The second heat will be run after race 4 and the final after race 6. And we'll introduce the field for you as soon as they come out onto the track. It's Alan Tutt from Canberra Clothing and Associates. So that's the field. Can only wish the horses the very best of luck in the difficult job they've got ahead of them of carrying these very heavy gentlemen around the track. And no women driving in the first heat, but it will be, I think, the female, yes, there'll be a couple of women driving in heat number 2. Now this race is going to clash with the first heat of the Victoria Derby, which is a bit of a nuisance. Hi, Jim.
Suze.
How are you?
Not bad. Suze and Mataro scratchings.
Oh.
And Jay Chapman is is a woman in this race.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's good. Right. Do you know who's driving the...
No,
don't worry.
Jesse and Sargent.
They're not in
both
it?
Scratched.
Oh, okay. Now, there's a couple of late scratchings in this race. In fact, Sargent and Jesse won't go round. So it's a field of 7. And Jay Chapman, of course, I'm sorry, is representing the female gender. So number 3, Teddy Bear, Jay Chapman, representing the female brigade.
And the other thing is...
The what?
I was just told to tell you, it's Triple S, not 2 Triple S.
Oh, Triple S, is that? That's all right, mate. Okay. You well?
Yeah, how are you?
Look well? Yeah, I'm fine. Yep.
Yeah.
No worries.
They tell me to come back to stay.
Yeah, I'm back in 2 weeks, yeah. Good place to visit while I'm gone.
I was talking to Craig Lyons.
Yeah.
He said you're going to work as a kitchen hand for him.
Yeah, well, I'm doing a 12-month postgrad social work degree up at Catholic University. So, yeah, I'll basically be, I've got a few bob saved, but I'll be economising for 12 months. So he's going to help me now. I'll get a few bob off him and probably do a bit of casual youth work.
He's a funny guy. He said to me, you're coming? I said, oh yeah. He's opening behind us.
Yeah, that's right.
Me.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have to come in. So I might even do a casual shifts. If you ever have, you can always ring me up for a certain way.
They're off.
Yeah. Now the Inter-Dominion field is on its way, and let's have a look at them. These poor ponies, I feel so sorry for them, but nevertheless, Blocker's the leader, and that's Paul Langham trying to make every post a winner. Blocker is, I think, about to turn round and ask a question of what has happened to his regular driver, who's about 7 stone lighter. And as a result, Blocker is about to be given an absolute cold shoulder here by, I think that might be Teddy Bear and Jay Chapman, but I could be wrong. We go back then to one of the Clark runners. That's probably got to be Willie and Greg Hayes. So behind them, a mile back in the field then is number 5, which is Kohler, Martin Gross, who's running off the track there, letting Duncan through. Duncan's making up a lot of ground, Malcolm Prentice taking the shortcut. Then it's 25 metres away to, I think it might be Nightmare and Ian Rickson. I wouldn't want to be on Nightmare. Ian Rickson trying to lie low in the sulky and right out of business is Little Miss. But in the straight, and the front runner going for home here. Let's have a look who this is. It looks very confident indeed. Might even be Willie, I think. Not really sure. I'll have to pick up the number in a moment. Here's Duncan charging home. And Malcolm Prentice, who's no lightweight. I don't think he'd mind me mentioning that, as Duncan comes out after this leader. Just not sure who the leader is, but it's about to be gobbled up by Duncan. The leader is grabbed by Duncan, and the driver, sitting cold and cool, comes away aboard Duncan. Willie, I think, might have been second, and flying home for third is Nightmare. What a run. Nightmare. Then Teddy Bear, Jay Chapman driving very well there. then Little Miss, who came out of the ground. Blocker was, I don't know, racing below form, but the driver was a big disadvantage, I guess, and who is that, pulling up last? I think that might in fact be Nightmare. So it must have been Little Miss running a place. Well, these ponies will sleep very well tonight, I'm sure. So it's number 9 running a place, that's Little Miss, Alan Tutt from Canberra Clothing and Associates. So Nightmare missed the place, but Duncan's the winner. He appreciated the cold driving tactics of Malcolm Prentice. Second money goes to number 2, Willie, who nearly pinched the prize, Greg Hayes, and third was Little Miss, who came from last, driver Alan Tutt, and fourth home was the sole woman driving representative, number 3 Teddy Bear, Jay Chapman.
Where's the field? Whew. Now where are we? I can't even swing these binoculars. What's going on? Tell me what... keep your ear on Moonee Valley. When they finish, I'll say they're finished. If they might be holding it. Where's the PR? Now the next of our mini trotters races will be underway shortly. In fact, off they go and racing in the mini trotters. Our front marker is a blocker being driven by Chris McClenahan. Let's have a look back for the others, how they have begun. Getting away okay is Willie with Jim Patterson aboard. There followed up Teddy Bear. Peter Chapman from Capital Television began well. In behind them then out wide is Jean Bennett. And Jean is, of course, the Tuesday evening presenter. She's aboard Sergeant. In behind the field then making up some ground is Ian Jones aboard Jesse. Skipping for a few strides there back in the field would be Kohler with Ralph Smith aboard. Let's have a look further back for the back markers here. Duncan, Jeff Tutt is making up ground as they come off the back. And a long gap back then came well back out of its ground there. Jacko the mechanic aboard Nightmare with Little Miss. As they swing around the home turn, and Blocker's got off the rails here, Chris McClenahan. He's let Chapo through on the inside from Capital Television, and that's Teddy Bear with Chapo going to the lead from Blocker, Chris Mack. Right around the outside, that looks to be Ian Jones making up ground on Jesse. Then Jim Patterson, the station manager, coming home well. Then behind them, Jean Bennett hooked out wide on Sergeant. So down the straight they come. And getting to the lead now, that looks to be Ian Jones. Ian Jones aboard Jesse might be the one out in front now, but skipping for a few strides, making ground down the outside now. Here comes Jeff Tutt aboard Duncan. It's still in front, Jesse. Duncan trying hard on the outside. Jesse for Ian Jones. It's still a length in front. Here's Jeff on Duncan there. Hit the line. Jonesy's got it. Jonesy wins. Ian Jones aboard Jesse has defeated Duncan. Now out wide, Jean Bennett's got up for third aboard Sergeant. In behind them then came Ralph Smith on the inside from Chapo. Ralph Smith, of course, aboard Kohler. That's Chapo aboard Teddy Bear. A gap back then came Blocker, who was back in the bunch. Jim Patterson there, the station manager, as well back along with Jacko the mechanic. So a lot of fun there. Hello, who's this? Cookie coming in last of all aboard Little Miss. So there we go. Ian Jones hanging on to win from Jeff Tutt there. We'll just check with the stewards it's all right here. We'll be hearing about this till next year with Jonesy. I think you'll find he's got it. 6 will be the winner. Jesse Ian Jones. A couple of them still making their way across the centre. Let's have a look for these back markers here, the ones with the task ahead. That's Alan Tutt aboard Little Miss, back in number 9, one of the white horses in the race. Also there is Mal Prentice aboard Nightmare. Further up we've got Jeff Tutt on Duncan. Bit ahead of him is Ian Jones aboard Jesse. Number 6, one of the other white horses. 3 white horses engaged here. So moving up to their marks, Cole, Ralphie Smith, Jean Bennett, getting set aboard Sargent. Then we've got Chapo from Capital Television on Teddy Bear in predominantly green colours there. And the white with the a bit of blue and yellow on him is Greg Hayes aboard Willie, and block of the front marker there, Jay Chapman. So they're getting set for the final of the Mini Trotters Media Challenge. About to be under starters' orders. Fair spread of real estate between first and the back markers here. And I think we're underway. Yes, we are. Blocker got a good start up on the front mark. Greg Hayes is driving hard aboard Willie second. Let's see, Chapo got away well aboard Teddy Bear third. Further back then is Jean Bennett aboard the Sargent. A couple of lengths back then is Ian Jones making up good ground aboard. Further back in the field came Jesse. He's past Ralph Smith. Then further back was Jeff Tutt aboard Duncan. A good gap back then in the field came the back markers. Little Miss has now got up to second last at the moment. And no use looking for the rest. In fact, back last of all. In fact, I don't think this one's even gone at all. And that's Nightmare. Mal Prentice refused to move. Let's see, they're rounding the home turn now, and it's Blocker out in front. In second place is Willie. And they're followed by further back in the field as they swing around the home turn, making up some ground into third placing there would be Jesse. But they round the home turn into the straight, and it's a Blocker clear on Willie second. They're followed by further back in the field came Ian Jones, making some ground there down the outside aboard Jesse. And that's Peter Chapman aboard Teddy Bear there as well. In the straight, Blocker's in front. Blocker's still in front by about 10 metres. In second placing over on the outside, coming home well is Willie with Greg Hayes aboard. And from a long way back down the outside, here's Ian Jones aboard Jesse. It's Blocker getting tired, getting right up along the inside. That could be Tutty, I think, aboard Duncan. It is Duncan right up along the inside. Jesse coming at him, but Duncan, Jeff Tutt, beats Ian Jones aboard Jesse. Third placing, Nightmare. No, that couldn't be Nightmare. It missed the start. Little Miss it is, with Alan Tutt getting up for third. In behind them, that's Chapo running fourth aboard Teddy Bear. Then Blocker didn't run a bad race. Willie in behind them from Greg Hayes. Then Gene Bennett. Back aboard Sargent. In behind them, well back out of it came Ralph Smith. And I'm not too sure what happened here aboard Nightmare. Where is he? Mel Prentice. He's had a nightmare drive. It wouldn't go for him. And Nightmare's pulled up at the top of the straight. Mel will be called into the steward's room, no doubt, after this effort. But Jeff Tutt's got right up along the inside here on Duncan to beat Jesse. We'll just wait for those runners to come back. We'll make it all official. But you'll find it'll be Duncan, Jeff Tutt. Just when we thought Ian Jones was going to win with Jesse, but then right up along the inside, sticking to the rubber pebs, Jeff Tutt aboard Duncan has won the media challenge. Jeff Tutt, of course, Monday evening presenter on Triple S, as well as presenter of the Greyhound Show. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Tutt taking it out aboard Duncan. Ian Jones in second there. I don't think they have to weigh in. That's good news for Ian. So they just come back to scale. Third, Alan Tutt aboard Nightmare, aboard Little Miss rather. That's the way they've finished. I think Chapo almost got fourth there aboard Teddy Bear. In a great exhibition, the mini trotters. And once again, on behalf of Triple S FM, we thank you for supporting us tonight here at Exhibition Park. Thank the youngsters that put so much time into these mini trotters. Of course, they're the drivers of the future. They turn the horses out beautifully and even allow people like myself and the crew from Triple S to get aboard, so they're pretty game. But well done to all concerned, and we'll do it all again next year, I'm sure, the media challenge. Well done to Tuddy for the winner, Duncan.